Welcome to my channel. It's Lori Brothers, ready to do some more yoga today. We'll be starting in just a few minutes. And I have my little singing bowl here. I've had this for years. It was a gift from my sister who has lived out in California for many years. And actually, I think she was living in San Jose at the time she sent this. And it was made, we believe, by a Tibetan monk. But you hit it and it makes the lovely vibrations. And you can do that. And hear those vibrations going out. Still ringing slightly. You might not be able to pick that up. And I want to talk to you about vibrational energy today and the fact that you hold a frequency, and we call it your energy body. And we're going to be working with that part of you today in our practice, our yoga practice. So, this is working with the energy body is naturally happening when you're doing yoga stretching and you're opening up the body, because energetically there's a matching component. So as you open your body more physically, you're allowing your energy body to open and flow and come into balance as well. But we mostly move through the doorway of the physical body because we're most related to that being physical beings. And we can't see the energy body. There are some people who have the gift of being able to see that or be able to feel it. I can tend to feel energies. I learned to do that over the years of just becoming more attuned to my own energy and frequency, and then being able to feel that in others. And I want to work today on helping you just to open up a little more to balancing your energy body. And we'll be doing that using points along the body and a little bit of movement as well. So the heart has a magnetic field and the brain has a magnetic field, and we've proven this scientifically. And then there are subtle bodies of energy throughout the whole physical body as well. The earth has a magnetic field, and it's called the Schumann resonance, a way to measure that. And scientists have noticed that it is spiking off the charts at times as the earth is going through some changes that are happening, and we all can feel those. Everybody feels it in different ways. So, depending on how sensitive you are in your body and to your energies, you might be more aligned to being aware intuitively of some of that. We want to talk about how to bring balance into your energy body today because it directly supports how you feel in your physical body. And with being in the transition that we're having in our culture of learning new ways of being, I really think that tuning your energy body is going to help you feel better with coping with what we're going through in our external world. Okay. So we're going to be working on that today. So we're starting with just coming to your mat. So I'll meet you over there. Okay. All right, so sit down and be prepared. We're going to get started. So we're going to take the legs out and just windshield wiper the legs. Try and take the heels a little wider apart and windshield wiper just that one leg from the hip. And then stop and we'll do the other side. We're just getting ready to go into sitting. Good, just warming up. And then take your heels away from each other. Hold on to your stir stick. And we lean forward to get that first opening stretch down the legs and in the hamstrings and groin area, and circle. Lean forward and circle back. Good. This just is a nice movement that gently opens up the hip girdle, the hamstrings. And when you're sitting back, you're pulling in abs. Get that nice bit of ab toning. Good. And let's go back the other way. Just circle. Circle around. Good. And back to the center. Okay. Let's bring the bottoms of your feet together. Good. And then walk your feet away from you a bit. Good. And sit tall. And take 3 breaths in. Nice long breaths. Inhale and let it out. Breathe in again and exhale. And one more round. Breathe in and out. Good. And then just lean forward a bit over the legs. And roll back up. And let's take your arms underneath the legs. And then just drop your ankles onto the wrists and lean forward. Breathe. There are pressure points in the wrists that help create signals into the body for relaxation. We're just starting to gently have a conversation with the body systems. Nice work. Now, pull those heels towards you a little more to wherever your edge is. And once again, drop those knees. Now, don't bounce or force them. Wherever the knees want to go is fine. Hold on to the ankles or feet. Sit tall. And then elbows into the knees or calves and lean forward again. And breathe. And then release and shake those legs out. We're going to take them straight down and release. Good. So that was just a little bit of nice wake up in the morning for those hips, for the inner hamstrings. And no matter what time of day you're using this video, you're getting that nice opening. So now you're going to sit however you're comfortable. Remember, you can use a prop to sit on. You don't have to sit cross-legged. You can just keep a leg out. But however you sit, including if you need a prop, it's to help you to sit tall. So lift the heart. You want a nice tall spine. Fingertips touching. Let's connect for a moment and move inward so that we set our intention for today. Just breathing, and with each breath, take yourself a little further inside where you meet you. Each exhalation, releasing anything that you're holding on to that you can let go to create more space for you to be inward. Just opening up that inner space. And set your intentions for today. Reflect and intend on what you are creating for your own well-being, what you intend and wish for your life and for the world, including how what you create will affect the world just by your own heart, making a difference in your little corner of the world, in your home, in your family, in your community. And then plant your intentions like seeds in the heart and in the mind so that your feelings and thoughts continue to blossom that intention, those intentions. And gently open your eyes. Good. All right, so we're just starting with a little bit of movement first before we go into our energy activation for today in the energy body. So we're going to start with working along the spine. So come into your table on the hands and knees. Good. So we're going to do a little different variation with coordinating breath today with flexing and rounding the spine. So the flat back, the neutral spine will be the inhale. As you exhale, you'll drop the belly, lift the chin and tailbone into a flex. Then inhale back to neutral. And as you exhale, tuck the chin and tailbone and round. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale, flex. And then inhale to the neutral spine. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, flex. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, round. One more round. Inhale, flat back. Exhale as you flex. Inhale to the flat back. Exhale, round the back. Good, and then back to the flat back. Hope that felt good. We're going to move into side to side stretching now, lateral, crunching right ear and the right hip toward each other. Creating a nice stretch on the left as you crunch to the right. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, crunch to the left. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, crunch to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, crunch. One more each side. Inhale and crunch. Inhale, exhale, and crunch. Good. Back to the center. Now just sit back toward the heels a bit and release the wrists. Good. All right. And then we're going to go into just a little bit of opening up in the hips again today. So you're going to take the right foot forward and walk your toes away from you toward the top of your mat. And that way you have a nice stance to be able to sink down into the hips. So we're going to open up by sinking down. The seat bones pressing down toward the floor a bit. Breathe. Good. And then walk the hands back and straighten that front leg and fold over. Just a little bit of stretch in the hamstrings. And then sink back down again. Sink. Good work. And take that leg back. We're going to do the other side. Step the left foot forward. Walk the toes forward. Sink down into the hips. Good. You're feeling that stretch. We're getting an opening here. And that might be intense if the hip girdle is tight or the hamstrings are tight. We're going to walk back a bit with the hands, flex that foot, and lean forward. And get a stretch now in the back of the left leg. Breathe. And sink down into the hips again. Good. And then we're going to curl the right toes under, lift the knee, step the right foot forward, and then lift all the way up. Lengthen tall and close. Good. All right, so you are now in standing. Good. Let's do a little bit of shoulder shrugging. Inhale up, out through the mouth. Ha. Inhale. Ha. Inhale, crunch up, and ha. Good. Feet a little wider, empty coat sleeves. And after you get those arms swinging, take your head with you. Look behind you. Breathe. We're just getting the spine warmed up and softening places that where we might hold tension. Okay? Good. Back to the center. And let's work with our releasing toxins. You're going to take your hands, make fists, bring them to the outside of the hips. This is turn the doorknob. So we take the right hand, we reach across to the left, turn the doorknob, making a fist, and ha! Force that air out, make some noise. Reach to the left or right with the left, turn, and ha! Inhale, ha! Inhale, ha! Inhale, ha! Inhale, ha! Last round, ha! And reach, ha! Good. And just the empowerment of releasing what does not serve you is what we're doing when we do that nice release work of the breath, letting go of what you can no longer use. And you're making the space for more flow of oxygen and life force to come into the body. Okay? Great work. All right, we're going to go right into holding the ball today. So we want to tap into our energy body by priming it with using the physical body to create a space for an awareness of what's all around you. All right. So the feet are a little wider than hip width apart if you want. You want just a nice stance. The knees are soft. We're going to hold a ball between the knees. So imagine a ball. And that kind of grounds the legs. And then we're going to imagine a ball bigger than we are behind you. And that ball behind you is resting so you can just rest into it. It's holding you up. So now you're suspended into that ball behind you. Hold the ball between the arms. Good. And under each arm is a smaller ball of air to rest your arms on. So it's like under the armpits, under the arms, rest right into that support. Feel that big ball of air behind you. Rest your arms into those balls under the arms. Soften the shoulders, the neck, the arms. Notice if you're holding any tension and try to rest even deeper into the support all around you. The eyes are in a soft gaze, looking down toward the floor. And then very slowly now start to lower the ball. It's in slow motion, a release. Lowering those arms. And then just tap into what you're feeling. Notice where you feel softening, opening, flowing. Maybe you feel more grounded or feel like you're deeper into your body. Deepening into the body awareness. So as you tap into feeling your energy body, there's that sense of well-being and balance that moves into your experience. Let's do one more round. Hold a ball between the knees. There's a big ball of air behind you. Rest into that support. Hold a ball. And under each arm is a smaller ball. Rest your arms. Just relax them into that support. Keep present in the body. So you're scanning for anywhere where you might be able to surrender more into the support that is helping to hold you into place. This is called the effortless effort. It's a practice in letting yourself relax into your physical space, which is ultimately relaxing into receiving the energy body. And then gently lower your ball. Very slow motion. Once again, just start to feel in to the impressions and sensations you're feeling throughout the body. What are you aware of? We're going to continue that clearing, balancing, and harmonizing of the energy body now by moving into our cloud hands. So you're going to turn to the right. and press the right palm down. Remember, that flex in the palm is keeping that well of the palm, this energy center that is a natural wellspring, open. And we're floating it across. So the bottom hand in this exercise is pointing toward the floor, and you're floating it like it's floating through water. Okay? So let's flex that right palm down again. And then the left palm comes up, we're turned to the right. You're going to look at that left hand. This is like a meditation in motion. So you keep your focus on that left palm. And then the whole body in one unit moves to the left. So you're looking at that hand as you float, the hips, the belly, the chest, the head. Everything is moving to the left. When you get to the end of that turn, it's like you're holding a ball, the palms face each other, and then we press the left palm down and we float across to the right. And you're moving at your own pace. You just exchange hands, and you're always moving in the direction of the hand that you're watching. So that helps you to pace this out. Float. And you're just flowing through your own energy field with your hands. And what we're doing is creating harmony, clearing any stagnant or stuck energy. Good. There's balance moving into the energy body, which is going to inform the physical body. So just continue to flow from side to side, floating through your own energy field. And as you become more sensitive to feeling your own energy field, you might feel a sense of moving through a substance. That's why I say to imagine or sense that you're floating through water, because what you're actually doing is floating through the energy body, which does have a level of substance to it that you'll be able to start to identify as you continue to practice and become better at feeling it. Just moving through and exchanging hands. And this is all at your own pace. Breathe in a natural cycle. We'll do one more to each side. I'm just going to float through. And when you complete your last pass, so just finish wherever you are, we're going to bring the palms up over your head, palms facing down, and then you're going to close. You just push that energy down in front of the body and then push away. And just move into how you may be feeling now. You may be aware of those wells tingling in the palms or some heat. You might feel the bubbling wells in the soles of the feet have opened, or energy moving a bit through in a flow, or just a sense of well-being is actually your energy body speaking to you in the physical body. Okay? So notice how you're feeling. Good. All right, we're just going to do our breath of joy, and then we're going to come back onto the floor. Okay? So the feet are wider apart, and we're bringing oxygen into the body. So we're going to breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, and let it all out through the mouth. 3 sniffs in through the nose. Let's go. Breathe in, and out. Inhale, in, and breathe in, one more. Breathe in, and out. Good. And just notice what's happening as you've invigorated yourself with more oxygen flowing through the bloodstream. And you've just enlivened your energy body and brought balance into your field. And what we're doing now is going to melt into the floor and do some more energy work using a little bit of yoga to help us open up the energy centers a little more. Good. So we're starting with the the first energy center. And what we're doing with this is the idea of grounding. Okay. So at the tailbone and just above it, the sacrum is a doorway of energy. And what happens is we need that to be open. Sometimes it'll get stuck. And that's when you feel ungrounded, unsafe. And the first energy center is all about safety, security, and belongingness. And so you're just in the sense of energetically imagining that you're like a tree with roots. And that root needs to go deep down into the earth. That sense of grounding and rooting helps you feel safe, secure, and like you belong. It doesn't matter if you belong in your current circumstances. Can you belong in your body? Because when the body feels safe, the body will help you move into your wisdom and make strong, wise choices and to be available to be helpful to yourself and others. Okay, so we want to be grounded. So, what we're going to do is lean back into your hands. You're going to put your hands behind you, lean into the heels of the hands, that base of the hand. And then we're going to tap just about 8 times. We'll count to 8 because what we're going to do is kind of stimulate and get that root open. So you kind of lift your seat up off the floor and then ground it back down. We're going to tap 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Just to kind of get ourselves open and to plant down into the seed bones now. Okay, now you can sit with legs extended, or you can sit however you're comfortable on the floor. Because what we're going to do is imagine that you have a cord or a root, just like you would have a plug that plugs into a socket. We're going to take that cord and plug yourself deep down into the earth. Now, this might be a feeling state of just feeling grounded. If you're not visual, you might want to feel that you're reaching down. And you can go several feet down below where you're sitting, down through the basement. If you're on the first floor and you have a basement, into the earth. Some people root all the way to the core of the earth. So if you have that imagination to take yourself all the way to the core, you're just going to root yourself down into that rich, fertile soil of safety, security, and belongingness. And then imagine a bubble that forms around you. And within this bubble is that first sense of grounding, so that you are contained in this safety of your own well being. And as you take some breaths in here, imagining a bubble around you, each inhale and exhale begins to fill that bubble up so that you exhale your own essence or your own sense of well being with each exhale out. So breathing in your own essence and breathing your essence back out into that bubble until you're feeling that there's a nice space around you that is your own essence or sense of well being, and that you're feeling grounded and you're feeling surrounded by safety and security and belongingness. And know that anytime that you breathe in any moment, you can activate this bubble around you. So if you start to feel unsafe, all you have to do is breathe in and out and breathe that essence in you and around you. That security and safety is in you and all around you. Good. Okay. Now, the next energy center is below the navel, but what we're doing here is cultivating that sense of safety and security into all of your relationships in the physical world. So if you think of both your relationships with people, but with even the environment that you're in, how you're feeling in relationship to what's happening right now, that's all centered in the way we are balanced and open in this area of our energy. So to activate that, we're going to come onto your belly and you can make fists There's two ways we're going to do this because some people have joints in the hands that make them feel uncomfortable doing this the way I'm going to show you. So the first way is to make fists, bring them underneath the hip bones, and bring your chin to the floor. And then with resting into your fists under the hips, we're going to lift the heels, lift the legs up. We're breathing. Now, if you can do that, you're just going to hold that for as long as it's comfortable. Just activating the front of the hip bones there, have some pressure points that are going to help you. Otherwise, you're going to squeeze your shoulders back, lift your hands, and lift both feet. And that's another way we're just going to get into that hip girdle and activate the pressure points that we're working on there to stimulate this energy center. And then relax back down. Whichever way you've done this work, just take a moment to breathe and rest. Cross your forearms, forehead on the arms, and rest. Okay, now the next place we're going to open up is the solar plexus, which is your place of empowerment. It's how you feel empowered as a unique individual to act in your life and in the world. And so we make fists again. Now, I hope you didn't have a big meal because if you did, this one might feel a little bit uncomfortable. We're going to bring your fists under the belly, above the navel. Comes in between the ribs, above the navel, and then just rest down again and deep breathing. Long, slow, deep breaths. And really work that diaphragm. Breathe deep so that you're expanding your belly around those fists. We're massaging into the solar plexus. Good. And then just release that, and we're going to sit back towards your heels. We just rounded the back a little bit. Good. So now we're going to come up and sit. Sit however you're comfortable. And we're going to work into the heart center now. This powerful energy center is really the jewel of your being. It is where you can receive wisdom, direction, guidance, support. And all of those three energy centers that we just worked on are the stability of being in the physical world to help you leap into a stronger wisdom. Okay? So we're going to take your hands and opposites cross underneath the armpits. And you're just going to rest with your hands tucked underneath the arms and the armpits. And then close your eyes and move into the heart cave, that place where the heart is actually beating in the chest. Just breathe and put your attention into the physical space where the heart is beating. And the hands tucked underneath the armpits are actually activating little pressure points in there. We have a line of energy that we want to keep open under the armpit. Just resting into that physical heart beating space in the chest. Good, and then release out of that. And we're going to move back onto the floor. This time we're going to come into what looks like we're going into the bridge. So you're going to lay down onto the floor, bring your knees into your chest. Just release the back into the floor. And then drop your feet to the floor. Feet are about hip width apart. Now we're not going to go up into the full bridge. We're going to do a flowing bridge kind of movement. And before we do that, we're going to warm up the neck. So roll the head gently side to side. Just breathing while you roll the head, just to bring some warm up into the neck. Just another roll side to side. Good. And then bring your head back to the center of the skull. Then what we're going to do, this is activating that energy center that actually helps you be a unique expression. It's how you paint, how you bake, how you raise your children with your unique sense of signature of being the mom or the dad, or any other creative, unique thing that you bring through as you. Okay? So we want to activate that. The thyroid rests here as well. So we're going to inhale, bring the hips up, bring the arms over the head. And as you exhale, roll back down. The inhale, lift the hips, the arms come up, and then we exhale and lower. Continue flowing up, exhaling as you lower, and inhaling as you move into the flow and exhale down out of the flow. Good. So if you're done, just finish up your last round, bring these back into the chest, and then we're going to roll to one side and come up to sitting. Wonderful. Now, we're moving up into your higher vision. So higher vision is about being able to see with wisdom and to look at how your life has larger meaning. How even in circumstances that we don't know the outcome yet, we trust that there is a divine plan and that we are wanting our personal life to mesh into that larger vision for our lives, for what's unfolding. So you're going to come back to sitting how you're comfortable. And once again, we lean back into the heel of the hand. You're just going to turn the hands and rest deeper into the heel. And that activates a couple more pressure points. You're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together just a bit and lean back into the heel of the hand. And then with your eyes closed, look up internally to that point where the eyebrow, between the eyebrows. Just take some long, deep breaths. The eyes are closed, but you're focusing the eyes toward that point between the eyebrows. And now that you have that focal point, bring your hands to either rest on your knees, palms up or down, or you can touch your fingertip and thumb together on each hand, the index finger and thumb, and just take a moment to continue to look inwardly up at that point between the eyebrows. The fingertip touching the thumb is just all about that everyday mind meeting the higher vision, the divine mind, that God plan. Good. And then we're going to end with imagining a door like a window above the head. Just at the top of the head, there is a door or a window that you're going to allow to open now. Open the window and allow wisdom and grace, peace, love move right in through the top of your head. And as you consciously breathe, allow this wisdom and grace to circulate throughout the body. Just allowing that wisdom that is in that open space at the top of the head, the crown, to flow in and grace the whole body. Circulating it with your breath until you bring it all the way down to that root that we planted. So bring that grace down through the body and anchor it with the root into you and down below you into the earth. And as you are anchored in this grace, breathe in and out inside of your bubble. That bubble, the essence of well being that's all around you, and that you're breathing it in and you're breathing it out, filling the bubble. Good. So that was just a little bit of movement through the body to connect to the energy centers in the body. We're going to now do a energy body connection. And a really good friend of mine, Kelly Good. Kelly, if you're out there, she's a holistic nurse who taught me this technique years ago. And we've been friends ever since. But I really want to share it with you because I think getting the idea of attuning your energy body is going to help you physically, emotionally, and mentally. And that's going to be a very important way for you to feel better. Okay. So we're going to start with the right leg. And you're going to take your one hand to the ankle and the other hand to the knee. And what you're doing is just plugging in. And imagine a gentle touch. So don't heavy handedly lay hands on, almost hover right above these two joints, the ankle and the knee. And what we're intending is that your own loving intention to be healthy is anchoring into these joints and connecting them for an excellent energy flow. And then moving that hand that was on the ankle to the knee, and the other hand, the left hand, comes up to the hip. So the left hand is always leading, the right hand is following. And we're just going to bring that nice intention to connect these joints into a healing, balanced flow. And then switch sides. We're going to take that. This side, it's easier just to bring the hand to the ankle and the other hand to the knee and just breathing with it. A light touch, intending to link that ankle and knee energetically into a healthy, balanced flow. Keeping that hand where it is on this side, just bringing your hand that's easier to touch the hip over. Connecting that knee to the hip with the intention of just bringing a healthy flow into the connection of knee and hip. Good. Now, root is intended. So we're going to take your right hand, it's your right, and bring it to point the fingers toward your crotch, in between the legs. And the left hand comes just below the belly on your belly button, below the belly button. So it's lower on the belly, and the right hand is between the legs, just pointing to intend to connect your safety, security, and your belongingness into your relationships of all kinds in the physical world. It's even the space that you live in, that you have a healthy, safe, secure sense of everything that you choose, the colors, the textures, the flavors, the smells. Good. Everything safe, secure, and you have a sense of belonging. Now you can sit however you want as we continue up through the body real quick. So the right hand's going to come where the left hand was, okay, just below the navel. And the left hand is going to come just above the navel. So you're connecting your physical relationships to your personal empowerment. so that you feel empowered in all areas of your life. Just allowing yourself to receive that connection, to make that connection, and to intend that it is flowing, open, and balanced. And then the left hand comes to the chest, the right hand to the solar plexus. And if you want, you can shift over to your left with your right hand, and you're shifting over to the spleen. And the spleen is part of our immune system. So if you want to give it a little boost, you're intending to just boost your immune system for a moment here. This loving kindness, just be kind to yourself, this intention to bring a boost to your immune system. And slide that hand back to the center at the solar plexus. And we're connecting your personal empowerment to your heart's desires. Just breathe into that connection of feeling empowered to follow your heart, follow your inspiration. And then we're going to connect opposites. So you're going to hold on to opposite wrists. We're connecting up the arm joints the way we connected up the leg joints, just so that everything is flowing. The left hand is considered your receiving side, and the right hand is considered how you give out into the world. So this is just symbolically and energetically. So we want those two to be in balance. Hold on to opposite elbows. Hopefully, you're starting to just feel the effects of your energy body balancing a little more. Come up to opposite shoulders. Just breathe and feel at this point what you might be noticing in your awareness and how you're feeling and connecting to well being. And then we're going to bring the right hand where the left hand was back to the heart. And the left hand's going to hover just in front of the throat. And we're connecting our heart's desires into our unique expression, your creativity. Linking up the heart's desires to your creative process and how you uniquely bring what you bring to the world. And then bringing that left hand to the forehead, bring the right hand to hover in front of the throat. And now we are connecting your unique expression to the higher vision for your life. Breathing and receiving this wonderful balance and harmonizing of your unique expression into the higher vision. And then right hand comes to the forehead, left hand over the top of the head, bringing your higher vision into grace and wisdom. And then turning the left palm up, bring the right hand to just above the head. And now we're connecting your wisdom center up into creative force, the God force. So we want to be connected to God, to the divine, to be our leader in our lives. And then remember that bubble that's all around you, and you're going to make a nice big white round bubble of light just all around you. And you're grounded deep into that root that is beneath you. You're sitting into the seat bones. Good. And let's just rest the hands on the heart for a moment. Just fueling, supercharging the heart now with our intentions. Intentions of love, peace, compassion, and that knowledge of health and well being that rests right here within us. So we supercharge the center that is the jewel to bring us into our higher expression in the world of form. And then we'll turn the left palm up and the right palm down, just coming to sit for a moment with the intention to receive the benefits of working with your energy body today and plugging them right into your own well being. Notice what you might be aware of that is that sense of well being or groundedness or spaciousness that comes with connecting to your energy body to fuel and balance the physical body, emotions, and the mind. And then bring palms together in front of the heart in prayer pose. Honoring now the peace and calm, harmony, strength, and wisdom within you. May the merit of this practice benefit your own well being and the well being of those around you. Peace, peace, and only peace. And gently open your eyes. Namaste. If you weren't aware of your energy body, I hope that you're feeling a little shift of some awareness that you can identify that you have primed an important resource for yourself. And if you know your energy body, then you surely are feeling the benefits of really working with it and talking with it for the body's well being. So I'm going to end again with our little singing bowl. And remember, vibrationally, you're an energy, and all of that energy creates a better you when it's in balance.